It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, everyone. From Ernie, Shaq, and Kenny, we're all looking forward to the same thing, the first game of the regular season. And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Golden State Warriors at their home, Oracle Arena. Well, for Golden State, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. And with all of Curry's talents, one of the great shooters of all time, maybe the greatest. Kenny, where does he stand among all-time great players, period?
Wow, all-time players. Now, that's
all-time great players, period.
Well, he's starting to get in the discussion because of the multiple MVP things and the championships. Because the greatest players in the world, not only have they won awards, but they've won multiple championships. So he's moving into that category right now.
To add on to what Kenny is saying, it's about something you can hear and something you can wear.
What's that?
Rings, baby.
Ooh.
Rings.
You can hear them.
2 rings won't get it. 3, maybe. 4, 5, woo, 6,
Okay.
I just can't add anything to that.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now the presentation of the award ceremony. Damian Jones. Kevin Looney. Sean Livingston. Iguodala. Quinn Cook. Jordan Bell. Draymond Green. Klay Thompson. Stephen Curry. Kevin Durant. Let's hear it for the NBA champions.
We're at the sold-out and noisy Oracle Arena. We'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder facing the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. And trying to defend the Warriors All that motion. Brett, how tough is that to defend?
Well, it kills you, Kevin, because it's not like if you give up an open shot, it's going to go in. That happens with most of the NBA. It's the fact that maybe you're 2 feet away or 6 inches away from getting a steal, and that play costs you, and it just keeps coming at you for 48 minutes. Those devastating shooters, all of that movement, really tough to guard, and everybody in the league's having their troubles with it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, the forwards, George and Grant. Russell Westbrook out there with Luwawu, and it's Adams in at the 5. And so here is Oklahoma City following the miss by Draymond Green. Luwawu, the pass to Westbrook. Adams sets the pick for Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Count it, good. Westbrook's got the first points up on the board for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, that's a Westbrook mindset right there. I'm going through you. Doesn't allow his focus to be shaken, even when the defense gets a little bit nasty.
Now, here's Thompson. Kicks to Durant. And Curry has it in the corner. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Screen by Adams. Westbrook against Bell. Grant outside. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. They grab their own miss. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Westbrook. Bell with the block.
The timing by the athletic big man. Bell outstanding at getting up quickly for the rejection.
And KD opting out of his deal, Greg, over the summer to re-sign with the Warriors.
And he did so to get a larger deal than he could have otherwise. Durant had already sacrificed money for the team before. Not a surprise to see him get closer to his value. Seems the super team will be intact for years to come.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Opening night is upon us. Every team looking to come out of the gate strong. As we know, only half are going to get to the end.
Don't tell them that, Kevin.
I know you can't.
Let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
It is a long season. The teams, as we've seen in the past, sometimes what we're watching here tonight, 6 or 7 members of that team might not be on it come February. So got to temper your expectations. Watch the way guys have maybe improved from last season coming into this season. Excited about young teams and the opportunity of their potential, but things can change quickly in this league.
But don't you love the optimism at this time of year?
No doubt about
Yeah.
it. Everybody's fired up for the opportunity to show what it is, especially as a player, what you worked on in the offseason to bring it to the hardwood and show your coaching staff the type of work you put in. Yeah, they're a little bit cold here. 0 for 4 to get this one going.
Foul on the play, basket count, so it'll be a 3-point play chance. So we'll see Russell Westbrook go to the line here. They get Stephen Curry.
You know, every night that I get a chance to be called to do a broadcast and sit here courtside, I appreciate it so much to be able to watch Russell Westbrook this close. The combination of his motor and incredible talent, it's an all-time sort of run he's on, and great to watch it.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. Brett, we've heard people say that Russell Westbrook is not a superstar. What are your thoughts on that?
How old are these people you're talking to, Kevin? And really, how much basketball have they watched? Russell Westbrook is the elite of the elite.
Well, I mean, when you're blessed enough to have a guy like Curry on your team, this is the type of play you want to run.
There's the pick. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Adams. The dish to Westbrook. Shoots over Curry. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. They get Stephen Curry.
So so interesting with Russell Westbrook. Never really touted or championed growing up, but if you go to UCLA, you have to be halfway decent, don't you, Kevin? 5'8" stick figure back in high school, and came off the bench his freshman year at UCLA, and I just don't think anybody saw what was coming out of Russell Westbrook, but we're appreciating it now.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And you heard the story. Westbrook showed up for a basketball camp in Atlanta. His name wasn't on the list. He had to sit in the lobby for 4 hours before they let him in.
That story is hard to believe. Obviously not a blue chip recruit, and I don't think that Russell Westbrook ever thought about seeing himself in the NBA at any point. Was just hoping to get a scholarship, and that second season at UCLA opened up some eyes about just how athletic and explosive he could be. Here we are today.
Now here's Durant, pass to Green. There's the pick. He dishes it to Thompson. The Thunder pull it in.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
Here's Luwawu. Screen by Adams. Hits it from three-point range. Luwawu's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Livingston kicks to Thompson. The rebound by Steven Adams.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And George gets it to go.
Well, Paul George starting to feel real comfortable right now at the three-point line.
Pass to Thompson. There's the screen to the middle. Here's Durant. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
I'd send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. David?
Well, Kevin, he said they'll try to take advantage of their athleticism and explosiveness. They'll try to drive the lane and finish. In fact, he told me that's what the fans come to see, and that's one of our strengths. So, no question, we want to get to the rack as often as possible. No surprises tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
Draymond Green, the 35th pick. Wow, imagine that, back in 2012, and overlooked as maybe not having a position, maybe being too small. I don't think his coach at Michigan State would have said any of those things about the versatility and the blueprint that was ideal for the Golden State Warriors to put him into this lineup with these great shooters.
And the first one at the line is good. And we'd seen the rise of the spread four, but Green is something altogether different.
Yeah, he's not a catch-and-shoot four-man. He's more of a skilled four-man, rebounding the ball, pushing it up on the break. Steve Kerr likes to use him in the offense as the conduit at the top of the key. He can attack a closeout, get into the rim, can throw lobs to guys on the inside. Just the things that he does can punish a defense with how versatile he is.
Now, here is George. Back to Adams. Over Bell. And George kicks to Grant. Adams with the screen on Green. Grant dishes to George. Over Durant. No good off the front iron.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Now, here's Thompson. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, Clay doing a good job of spotting the open space behind the screen, and he used that pick to his advantage.
Westbrook with it. He's covered by Livingston. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. That one is off.
Now, Westbrook just plays with an incredible competitive fire, and that energy right now, he's not taking any possessions off.
And the second free throw, good. The Warriors' Steve Kerr, the fastest coach in major American sports history to 250 wins. Brent, he gave all the credit to his players. But you talk about what makes him special.
Well, I think Steve just really timed it right in terms of when it was he was going to approach the next phase of his life, waiting for his children to be in a good place, waiting for him mentally to be in a spot where he was going to take over a talented team and put his imprint on it. His experience in Phoenix in the front office, teaching him about what it takes to move players around and make trades. Just a proper approach and the proper timing for Steve to take over a basketball club, and then to bring all of what he learned from Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson to the table, along with a lot of his own. And I think Steve thought long and hard and prepared himself on a lot of levels about what the job was going to be for him. We've seen that play out rather nicely in the last few years.
Here's Westbrook following the basket by Draymond Green. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, just taking on the defense in the paint, just no fear from Westbrook and not backing down from the rim protector that time.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Luwawu Cabarro.
This is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible, not getting anything to go.
Now here's Schroeder. Takes a three. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Baseline try, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Durant's got 6 points.
Having won multiple NBA scoring titles, Durant shows us once again how it's done.
To the middle, here's Schroeder, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Dennis Schroeder, a.k.a. Dennis the Menace, remember coming over from Germany, has been a great slasher and an attack point guard who likes to get around the rim and challenge some bigger defenders.
The first free throw is good. And with Schroeder, his ability to cut back, Brent, with the ball is what makes him a great playmaker.
Yeah, he plays some games around the screen, and his vision has improved. Being in that system, some predictive passing has helped him along. And he still has some flash and flair to his game. Like to see it when he plays with that kind of confidence.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Green, and Cook subbed in for Thompson. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
Durant kicks to Cook. Bell with a screen on Schroeder. Right at the free throw line, and another basket for Golden State.
Well, some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
Now, here is George. Basket counts. George has got his second basket.
Yeah, Paul George on the inside, comfortable knowing where he can get to, just tries to find a sliver of room in order to get that shot off.
Pass to Livingston, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Raymond Felton.
Sean Livingston has had such a remarkable comeback career and one of the more unique players in the league. At 6'7", plays really a true point guard position, but very rarely do you ever see Sean Livingston getting away from shots on the floor where he knows he can be devastating. 10 to 12 feet, back to the basket, up over the top of guys. Just a really unique set of skills from Sean Livingston.
Free throw good, Livingston. And Livingston, not really a three-point shooter, but Brandy does so many other things to help you win.
It really doesn't get up into guys physically, but is out there with his smarts defensively to be versatile, to be able to switch. I love when Sean has a little bit of a launch pad on offense to get to the rim and get up and throw down some dunks. Just such a steadying force coming off the bench for the Warriors in the past few seasons.
Brent, the league is shaking things up as far as training and evaluation of referees. Do you think it'll result in getting a higher percentage of calls correct? They're pretty good as it is now.
The referees are fantastic.
They are.
And the fact that we're even having a discussion about a higher percentage of correct calls, Kevin, I would just like to have a higher percentage of correct calls for the rest of this game with you.
Well, good. This guy next to me handed me this card. It wasn't my idea. It was this guy over here.
Yeah, well,
he said, ask Brent about the refereeing.
We need the stats, guys.
Yeah. Oh, we do. Yeah. Thank you.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he's also crafty with how he approaches it. Right there, he uses just the right move to lay it in.
The Thunder leading by 5. Here's Schroeder. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yep, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Now here's Schroeder. Patterson setting the pick for Schroeder. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And the Thunder lead by 7.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Livingston with it. He's covered by Felton. From 13, that one rolling around and rims out. To the middle. Here's Schroeder. That doesn't go either for Schroeder. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. They set the pick with the floater, and he lays it up and in.
A terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
There's a screen by Noel, and they call an illegal screen here. And while we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
Here is Cook. He's guarded by Schroeder. 2 points. That one goes. The Thunder leading by 3. The pass to Noel. And here's George for 3. Drills it from outside. George has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Thunder. Warriors shooting at around 42% since the opening tip. Here is Cook. He's guarded by Schroeder. And the rejection by Noel. Schroeder against Bell. The drive by Schroeder. And that one, good. Schroeder's got 6 points.
And even though Schroeder might be on the light end of things when it comes to his weight, he remains relentless driving towards the basket.
And stolen by Noel. Schroeder passes to Patterson. There's a screen by Noel. Off the pick. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Whew, up by double digits already and no sign of let up.
Here is Cook. 6 points for him. And Bell kicks to Cook. Looking to end the run. And the layup is good. 8 points for him.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Schroeder outside. Out left to the wing. Outside, George launches a three, sinks the triple. And the Thunder lead by 11.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We've got more in store for you right after this. The leadership of Russell Westbrook is so important to the team, and Steven Adams talked about what it means to him.
He's doing just an unbelievable job at just controlling the guys, controlling the game, making sure that everyone's feeling in the right mood to play and willing to sacrifice for one another.
You know, so much of leadership is that emotional component, motivating guys to give their all.
And Russ certainly leads by example with his competitive zeal, but he understands also he's got to bring his teammates with him.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a very convincing performance from the Thunder so far.
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
The new era of NBA basketball, playing outside in. We'll see if they can take advantage of that moving forward.
Iguodala out there with Jerebko. Then there's Bell. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Cook in at the 2. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. He feeds it to Curry. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4. Billy Donovan has faced a tough job in Oklahoma City, Brent. Star players leaving town, some even criticizing him after they left.
The circumstances of Billy Donovan moving off of what he did at the University of Florida and making that a powerhouse Division I basketball program. It's been very interesting to have Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant to begin your career, and then pushing that team to almost beating the Golden State Warriors, losing in a Game 7 to losing Kevin Durant. Billy Donovan's seen a lot in the early part of his career. The hopes is that he continues to grow and learn. Really happy with the hire of Billy Donovan and what he brings to the table in terms of his basketball acumen.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Cook.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Schroeder dishes to George. Noel, a screen on Iguodala. Jacks up a 3. No good that time, so Golden State will take it the other way. This is the first they're seeing of Oklahoma City here. First game of the NBA's regular season for them.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Yeah, people who saw this game got their money's worth, and it was fitting that they split the season series, given the enormous talent level on both sides.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Especially in a game that is this close, every possession counting. That was just one side wanting it more than the other.
Here's Schroeder, loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Schroeder's got 8.
This is why Schroeder has the ball in that situation. If the pick comes, he knows how to capitalize.
They double-team Curry. Back to Iguodala. And it's sent back by George.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George, just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
Now here's Felton. He's tightly guarded. There's a screen by Noel. Here's Schroeder. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
A lot of high hopes for Schroeder when he signed his 4-year deal back in 2016. His development hasn't continued at a high level, at least high enough for some people to take notice. So shooting from a distance, still an issue for the young point guard.
That's good from Schroeder. Well, with Schroeder, he just isn't consistent enough from three-point range as point guards need to be today.
Well, last season was just a shade under the 30% range. He's still a great scorer by slashing and going to the rim, but that's going to tire you out. Teams back off and make you prove it. We'll see if Dennis can find some consistency from that range to be more dangerous.
Schroeder hits them both.
Well, the potential Schroeder has is pretty exciting. Such a lightning-quick point guard.
Curry kicks to Durant. Unloads from 13. The rebound by Grant. The Thunder leading by 8. Outside Westbrook. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. 6 to shoot. Adams with the screen on Curry. Back to Westbrook. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Westbrook's got 12 points in the game.
Well, shot clock winding down there, and Westbrook unfazed, just calm, and knocks it in.
Timeout called the Warriors. One of my favorite moves is the Euro step. I know it's one of yours as well. There are a lot of guys that can do it well.
Well, I got to see Manu Ginobili step around me for years in San Antonio. But I think James Harden is still the most devastating Euro step player we have in the game. There's something about the lefties, isn't there, Kevin? We have a hard time figuring
they
a
throw
lefty
you off.
out.
They throw you off automatically just by the left hand.
Right.
Then they add the little sidestep.
James Harden with the shiftiness and the way he moves the ball around and draws contact. I know there are a lot of people that get aggravated by that, but he's nearly impossible to stop, especially when he's got his passport with the Euro step.
He slithers. Now Thompson following Durant's three-point attempt. And here is Jerebko. Green, the screen, Curry. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. He's got 10.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Thompson against Westbrook. There's a good screen. Over to the left wing. And he's good on the three ball. Luwawu's got the lead up to 11 now for Oklahoma City.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Durant with a screen on Westbrook. Curry outside. The wide open look for Durant. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And I ask you, what can you do? This guy is a phenomenal decision maker.
Westbrook drives in. The shot's good. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
Curry kicks to Durant. Back to Curry. On the wing, Green. Jerebko the screen. Jumper off the screen, and it's Green missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Westbrook, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Thompson in the corner. Drains it from beyond the arc. Thompson's got 6 points.
That's a shot that Klay Thompson has perfected, a consistent catch-and-shoot guy.
Westbrook passes to Schroeder. Screen by Adams. Adams with the screen on Durant. Here's Luwawu. Westbrook with a wide open look. And there's the foul. That's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
The Warriors making a switch here. Livingston's checked in. Schroeder with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. No good from Grant.
And a little frustration now, missing on the catch and flush.
Sometimes the easy play is the right play. You take a chance when you go for that big finish.
And here's Westbrook following Draymond Green's three. And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City. You know, Greg, you hear that since Kevin Durant moved to the Bay Area, he's wasted no time making connections and investments in Silicon Valley.
It's interesting. He's reined in his endorsements by over half, but he's so inquisitive. I think meeting these tech luminaries and learning from them was part of the allure of the Golden State.
Westbrook goes straight through the defender for the dunk, draws the foul. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Well, you have to put at least one body on Adams, maybe two. With his size and relentlessness, he'll light you up on the offensive glass.
And Steven Adams came into this league at 19, already a physical specimen, and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low.
Took him no time at all on that one. And that's now 10 points for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Schroeder, right side. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here. And plenty of bumping and elbowing inside as ever. Steven Adams strong enough, though, to come out on top of that battle.
Yeah, not shy at all about contact. Grew up the youngest of 18 children. He had to hit above his weight for over a decade. Now he's got the upper hand.
That's good from Schroeder. The Thunder last season, assembling a big three of Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and Carmelo Anthony, didn't mesh, Brent, like they had hoped. In your opinion, what went wrong?
Well, a bit of a down season in terms of the scoring for Melo, but reasons for that, just not as many opportunities and playing outside along the three-point line. The biggest damage last year was the Robertson injury. It felt like in December, the OKC team started to find its stride. And Robertson going out of the lineup, there just wasn't enough of the depth on that roster to make up the difference for them defensively. And OKC never really seemed to find its footing or confidence again.
Westbrook, no good.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. That's an excellent job.
And how about the body control by Durant? Takes the hit, but able to adjust. Yet another thing that makes him special.
And Westbrook, here we go. That misses off the backboard. Warriors trail by 7. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Klay Thompson came into this NBA with a well-earned reputation as a shooter, Brent, but did you ever think he'd become such a potent defender?
Well, I think it's something that he's worked very hard on, and his ability to cross-match. In the early part of his career, you know, Klay Thompson had to take the better scoring of the guards on those nights. It's shifted back, and Klay Thompson is a more well-rounded understanding not only of what he can do defensively, but more of what the opponents that he faces on a nightly basis are trying to do against him.
And he knocks down the first one.
How about the charisma of KD that time? Teammates loving what he's bringing to the table here tonight.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Now, last season's championship round, the 4th straight time that the Warriors faced off with the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's the first time in North American sporting history that has ever happened in the major 4 sports. And once again, the Golden State Warriors brought the trophy back to the Bay Area.
Now, here's Schroeder, 13 points in the game. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And Schroeder finds some deceptive ways to make you foul him, someone who can nail some shots despite getting hit on the way up.
Brent, next to the 1975 banner, the Warriors unfurling yet another championship banner. And when you look at the journey for this franchise, Brent, what comes to mind?
Well, I think about how many things for them just lined up perfectly, Kevin. The general manager being from the Bay Area, being in tune with what goes on in the city, and then the timing of the decision for Steve Kerr to be choosing between joining the New York Knicks and him choosing not the East Coast, but the West Coast to build this empire. It's been pretty remarkable ever since those decisions were made, what the Warriors have built around the NBA game with those two guys in place.
Now, here's Livingston. Durant with it. Here's Curry. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Russell Westbrook.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times, I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or two, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
Stephen Curry hits them both.
Yeah, this is not the guy you want to step up and make his way to the free throw line, but you wouldn't expect that he's going to miss any of these.
Now, here's Westbrook. 16 points for him. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Durant. They kick it out to Green. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Durant against Westbrook. Adams outside. The 3 from George. Connects from 3-point range. George has got 14 points.
Now, Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
Thompson, again, Golden State.
I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
Screen by Adams, and George kicks to Adams. For 3, Westbrook. The Warriors pull it in. Durant's got 3 rebounds now in this one. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Yeah, he's had bad first quarters before and has dug himself out. Here's another one tonight.
Left side, Westbrook. And the wing jumper offline.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint. And
Curry, the bucket on the assist by Green. Curry's got the game tied up here for the Warriors. 1:09 left in the first half of the game. Screen by Adams. Grant with a screen on Thompson. Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Here's the screen. It's Durant with the drive. Offensive rebound, and that one is good. He's got 16.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Westbrook passes to George. Grant with a screen on Thompson. And George kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. A shot's good on the assist by George. Luwawu's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Pretty much poor defensive effort there. You have to get a hand in his face when he's spotting up from distance.
Now here's Livingston. Clock at 6. shoots from the elbow. No good that time. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Draymond, of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's usually somebody trying to switch off. You know, I just got to know when to pop and just take advantage of the mismatches.
You've done just that in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet. Shaquille. It was all Russell Westbrook in the first quarter. He had 16 points and 1 rebound. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, they've been pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first three-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
They played some solid team basketball, Arnie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit, and they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
As we return to the action here at Oracle, a terrific look from above at downtown Oakland and the historic Tribune Tower. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Here's Curry. So for Oklahoma City right now, inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Luwawu is out there with Russell Westbrook, and it's George in at the 3 slot.
Like the connection there. KD has his teammates looking out for him, an outstanding alley-oop that time.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. It's stolen by Bell. Durant, the pass to Green. And no good. The Thunder with the lead. Lob pass to George, and it's George finishing it off.
Great timing there. Paul George rising up, collecting the ball, and throwing it down.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Pass to Durant. Over George, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Durant's got 20. Oklahoma City's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Here's Westbrook, and he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Well, body and control isn't just for your shampoo at home. It's right there in Russell Westbrook. He gets fouled and still converts.
He shot well from the line tonight, going 4 for 5.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that one falls for Westbrook.
And you look back at that 2012 finals, the Thunder lost in 5 games to the Heat. And you looked at that young talent, Durant, Westbrook, Harden, now all MVP award winners, along with Serge Ibaka, a young, talented, energetic Serge Ibaka. And it felt like there was a team that was going to rule the West for a very long time.
Now George, after the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. Curry against Westbrook. Takes a shot at the elbow. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Durant.
I mean, what a talent this guy is. Durant has the ability to score from anywhere and now picking his spots.
Now, here's Westbrook. He's got 19. Outside, George. Just 5 on the clock. Adams with the screen on Curry. It's stolen by Bell. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Durant against Westbrook. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. On the wing, George. Shot clock at 5. And no good. Curry with some nice D. The Warriors have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Green, the pass to Curry. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Draymond Green.
First personal foul, team's first. Substitution for the Warriors. Andre Iguodala.
Stolen by George. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City.
Whoa! You saw that. I mean, it is really like he's jumping off of a trampoline out there. Westbrook can do anything he wants when he gets up like that.
Now here's Curry. 15 points in the game. Over Westbrook. And it's off the back rim. No good. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Steven Adams. His second person, second team.
Golden State's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Iguodala outside. They set the pick. Just 5 to shoot. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
How about Iguodala's focus on that play? That was amazing. Didn't let the defense get to him one bit.
One of the best NBA athletes of his era, Andre Iguodala, and still you could make the case, Brent, it's his intelligence that's his strongest attribute.
Yeah, most of the time, the comments from Steve Kerr or Ron Adams, the defensive guru on the coaching staff, talk about how Andre Iguodala is a coach on the floor. So he's been a great mentor for Klay Thompson and some of the younger players who are coming up and coming along with the Warriors to talk to them about how he thinks, what he sees, and what he does. Big reason why the Warriors have won multiple titles.
And while Iguodala might not be the star of any team he's on, he's always going to be a major contributor because he does so many things well on both ends.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 21. Bell with the block for the lead. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Ranked first in assists for 4 consecutive seasons, Brent. Are these Warriors the best passing team in NBA history?
Well, by the numbers, you would say yes. Assist rates that exceed even the Showtime Lakers back in the early and mid-'80s. Also, this team has been first in offensive efficiency for 3 straight years. I mean, it's been remarkable. So not only the best passing team, but maybe the best offense of all time.
And it's tied up with that one. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Russell Westbrook with 2 straight seasons, 2, of averaging a triple-double. This is a feat that we thought we would never see again. And Russell backed up the one campaign with another. Just remarkable stuff.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And the Thunder placing so much, Brent, on Westbrook's shoulders. It's asking a lot.
It's asking a lot. I'm not sure how much Russell actually feels it. He just goes out and continues to put up just staggering, eye-popping numbers. And to get where they want to go, I think they're going to have to find a way to compliment him in some way. And he's going to have to trust in those teammates in order to push the envelope a bit.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for Oklahoma City.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
Here is Cook. He's got 12. He kicks to Durant. They set the pick. To the inside. No good from Bell.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here is Cook. He's guarded by Schroeder. Cook, the pass to Thompson. Bell with a screen on Westbrook. On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Westbrook. Good work there as it goes. Thompson's got the lead, back up to 1 now for the Warriors. Westbrook kicks to Grant. Passes it to Adams. Dishes to Westbrook. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Warriors have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Pass to Durant. Over to the wing. It's stolen by Schroeder. Westbrook against Durant. Good D by Thompson.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Just terrifying for the defense when Durant finds that hot hand. One of the most lethal scorers in the game.
The shot by George, wide open. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. George has got it all tied up now for the Thunder. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Durant against Grant. Now Bell. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's the screen. Here's Cook. Adams, some nice D.
You can't miss those kind of looks. The defense seems to be a little nonplussed so far in this one, but he flat out missed it.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
And here are the Warriors now, following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's Bell. It's hauled in by Adams.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling, exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Timeout. Great move off the dribble from Schroeder there to lose the defense.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And Steven Adams, the kind of guy who on a nightly basis is so appreciated by the star players on the team, and certainly the coaching staff, just doing dirty work, setting screens, scoring on the inside, being a physical presence. And he's taken some strides, I think, Kevin, offensively, being able to score sometimes out of the box.
Yarebko's checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Quinn Cook. And then for Oklahoma City, Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. Patterson comes in for Jeremy Grant. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. 5 to shoot. They get the rebound. Yarebko, that's tipped.
You need more of this from Patterson. Such a big frame inside. I'd like to see it when he's swatting it away.
Schroeder passes to Patterson. There's a screen by Noel. Back to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now, here's Livingston. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And a quick look at how the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Sunday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Sacramento Kings.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
Just 1 year in college for Paul George, and then made the transition to the NBA, and all the talk was about what it is we're seeing now, a very capable two-way player and all-star caliber talent.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
They throw good, Paul George. And you look at Adams' per-minute scoring averages, Brent, they've gone up every season.
Well, it's got to help having Russell Westbrook setting the table and the type of attention that not only Westbrook drew, but also PG and Carmelo Anthony for a season. So obvious uptick in the offensive numbers for Steven Adams, but he is improving, and you see some confidence in the offensive end of the floor.
Paul George in 2017-18 taking his three-point shooting to new heights. In fact, Brent, the best percentage of his career. Most makes, too.
Well, he's one of the league leaders, Kevin, every year, and just becomes so dangerous from the three-point line. Playing in that secondary offensive role in OKC, he pretty much feasted on catch-and-shoot opportunities with Westbrook having the ball.
Here's George after the made shot from Klay Thompson, and George gets it to go.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Feeds it to Thompson. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feed. Iguodala's got 4 assists in the game. The Thunder leading by 7. There's a screen by Noel. The feed to George. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Warriors, number 1. The Thunder in 4th.
It's all about the fast break with these two groups. I mean, they were terrific a season ago, playing at a breakneck pace.
Off the screen, Schroeder. Again, Oklahoma City.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Warriors trail by 9. And the pass to Thompson. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Thompson against Felton. He feeds it to Noel, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. And some changes here for the Warriors. Green comes in for Bell, and Curry subbed in for Thompson. Golden State's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Green, the screen. Green with a screen on Schroeder. A 3-ball. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Stephen Curry.
It just doesn't matter. Once Steph crosses half court, he's in range.
Now, here is George. 26 points for him. Count that one.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Green, the screen. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Green with a screen on Noel. Iguodala, the pass to Green. Jerebko, the screen. Green, no luck.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
It's stolen by Livingston. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Iguodala. Back to Livingston. Jerebko, the screen. Here's the floater. Kicks it out to Iguodala. And Curry has it in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on an 18-7 run. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Well, the success of the Warriors is truly built around their culture and their chemistry, and it really starts with Steph Curry. Even though a lot of people argue about Kevin Durant being their best player, their most important player has been Steph. Just a great, joyful approach to the game, and it rubs off on the entire organization.
2 shots.
That's good from Schroeder.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in, and a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Luwawu's checked in. Schroeder hits them both. 35 seconds left in the third.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Yeah, and you're going to have to get up a quick shot to make that happen.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And the shot goes in.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
Curry against Schroeder. Green with a screen for Curry. Green, the screen. From deep three-point range, he can't get that one to fall. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Oklahoma City. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Right back after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Curry and Thompson are the 1 and the 2. Durant and Draymond are the pair down low. And it's Iguodala in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And it's Schroeder missing.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. That's tipped. And here's Schroeder. Pass to Luwawu. There's a screen by Noel. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. 6 to shoot. Back to Schroeder. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Schroeder's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Oklahoma City. Warriors trail by 14. Curry kicks to Durant. Over George. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Noel's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
From deep, George. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Durant's got 13 points here in the second half alone. George dishes to Schroeder. Back to George. Over Durant. The shot by George, no good. Warriors shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Here's Green. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Durant against George. Outside for Felton. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Curry with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Green, the screen. Thompson outside. Connects on the 9-footer.
Well, you want to push Clay into those areas, and it's a little bit deflating when he starts to make perimeter jump shots more towards the inside.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Klay Thompson, another one of those sons of former players. I wonder what that's like. Michael Thompson, his dad, the #1 overall pick many years ago, and Klay had the ball in his hands, obviously, at a very young age, and he taught the shooting form to Klay, which looks pretty perfected at this point.
Jordan Bell's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And then for Oklahoma City, Steven Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Jeremy Grant comes in for Raymond Felton. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He told them one thing. He said, no mistakes from here on out. We've got a good lead. Don't take chances. No dumb fouls. Smart basketball the rest of the way. Guys.
Thank you, David. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, you got to put a body on Bell. You just have to, or you risk these kind of plays.
Outside Westbrook. Back to Adams. Kicks to Westbrook. Trying to get back on track. And Durant sends it back. Outside Curry. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. There's the dish to Thompson. Passes to Durant. Shoots over Grant. And it's Durant missing. The Thunder leading by 7. Outside, George. Westbrook with it. Outside for George. There's the 3. No good on the shot. And Golden State will come the other way. Outside, Green. Down low. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Shoots it. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Outside Durant. That one good for 2. Durant's got 15 points in just the second half.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Westbrook passes to George. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
Here's Curry with the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Now just a 2-point Thunder lead. Oklahoma City has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Westbrook with a screen for Adams. Outside, George. Outside, Westbrook. The Thunder with another miss. The Warriors have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Thompson, high post. He kicks to Curry. Pass to Bell. Just 5 on the clock. Green, the screen. And Durant launches from deep. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Here's Luwawu. He's covered by Thompson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Durant finally captured that elusive first championship in 17 and the finals MVP trophy to boot. An effortless scorer who has also made great strides defensively.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. That one drops. He ties it up.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
To end the drought, George with the bucket. George has got 28.
And I tell you what, if he's going to be a factor here down the stretch, he is going to have to make some shots. Just 1 of 5 here in the quarter.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Curry kicks to Durant. Shot from the top of the key. The putback. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Oklahoma City shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. And Luwawu gets it to go.
Yeah, this is great when Westbrook starts to dictate the tempo of the game. This time he's doing it with the pass, setting up a teammate.
Thompson outside. The pass to Durant. The fadeaway. Westbrook pulls it in. The Thunder leading by 5. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
Now here's Curry. Back to Durant. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
And doing their best to maximize possessions, just staying focused with this lead.
Well, it isn't much, but they've been able to capture some of the momentum of this game and increase their advantage.
Yeah, once Thompson gets going, he is almost impossible to slow down. We're seeing that tonight. Their entire offense is revolving around him, and boy, is he coming through.
It's Curry outside. Kept alive. Out to Thompson. Second chance shot, and good. He nails it. Thompson's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, tonight it's confident play from Klay Thompson. Exceptional at staying assertive and looking for his opportunities to score.
Now here's Westbrook. Rebounded by Bell. Bell's got his 6th rebound on the night. The drive by Green. Outside Curry. Now here's Green. Just 5 to shoot. They set the pick. Thompson from long range. Again, the miss by Thompson.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Warriors trail by 5. Here's Green. Green, the screen. And Bell kicks to Durant. With the teardrop, and it's good on the way in. Durant's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Paul George.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. They've led by as many as 14 points. Adams outside. He dishes it to Westbrook. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And Adams kicks to Grant. Adams with the screen on Green. Grant.
I just keep watching Draymond Green and keep being impressed by what he does defensively out there.
And even though he lacks the size of some of the other bigs, that extra effort has allowed him to do some serious work here on the board.
Now here's Curry. Dishes it to Durant. Poke loose. Just 4 to shoot. It's stolen by Adams. They need this one. And Adams with the slam.
How about Steven Adams coming through? Give him a chance.
Warriors trail by 5. Curry kicks to Durant. Over George. That's short off the rim. The Thunder shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. To the inside. And Adams with the slam.
And not a lot of range on Steven Adams' offensive game, so he understands those limitations and gets to the rack.
Thompson for the triple. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got his 4th assist in this one.
And that's why this team loves having Klay Thompson. Big shot.
Now here's Westbrook.
Shooting 2.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. 1:10 left in the game. Curry kicks to Durant. From down in the low post, it goes. Durant's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Happy to put the team on his back, especially in the biggest of moments. Durant nails a huge shot.
Here's Westbrook. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Durant. Green inside, defended by George. Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, shocking there. That one's amazing.
Well, you play your heart out all night long, and then just 1 or 2 shots at the end decide the outcome.
Here's Luwawu. Tipped away. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Count it!
We all know that Klay Thompson's a great scorer, and we should talk more about his defense, so we will here. Intelligent and uses his length that time.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They trail by 1. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Challenge is to get that good look, preferably the guy with the hottest hand.
There's 21 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Westbrook. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Quite possibly the best shooter of all time. Curry just continues to impress.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
Westbrook passes to George, and Adams kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot.
And just because he might not be as big as some of the other guys that are on the floor, it doesn't dissuade him from getting in there and playing fearlessly on the glass.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
2 shots.
Relax on the first. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Here with Kevin Durant. It seems like even with some adversity thrown your way, you guys find a way.
Well, we're moving to basketball. You know, we're just relying on each other. And, you know, we're just believing in each other, man. No matter what, we just stick together.
It was very obvious that that was the case. Thanks, KD. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.